All right, welcome back Twitch. Welcome in YouTube. Now, we're not dual streaming. And I got a feeling. Oh, hang on. You know what? That weird guy at the console forgot to hit a pause button. There he goes. Yeah, I do this at church too. Forgive me, folks. But anyway, hang on. Let me clear, and clear. All right. I kind of lost my train of thought there, but welcome in YouTube. Oh, why we're not probably going to be able to dual stream, which I would love to be able to do, to stream here on Twitch and to live stream over at YouTube. We, for a couple of flights there last week and maybe the week prior, we were actually dual streaming, but just not where people, unless you came to my Discord channel, wouldn't see it. So, and we found out that it is drawn hard on the system. So, with that in mind, we'll continue to uplift videos to YouTube and stream live on Twitch. So if you're watching either this video or the one we did moments earlier, both will be up there within the next 3 or 4 days. Actually, probably 2 or 3 days. Anyway, and they are unedited. If you kind of hadn't figured that out, 2 reasons. 1, I really don't know how to edit well. 2, I really don't know what software to use. So how can you edit well unless you have software? So that is why. But we're hoping to figure everything out and get things rolling. So let's get into this second flight. That's enough time wasted there. First off, we have a first time chat that came in from Zsa Zsa Binks all the way out there in the Star Wars world to go to Cape Town. Now currently we are in Namibia, and currently I do need to make a change up here. Hang on. I just saw that. Hang on. FACT. We're not going to be able to get it. Cape Town International. All right, and we'll just call it done. All right, so that way that's fixed. Ooh, I got a couple more to fix real quick. Actually, just this one. Okay, there we go. All right, and let me save that. I'm gonna go ahead and update this one just All right, we're going to go to South Africa now. Well, actually, we kind of came out of there. Kind of, sort of. What any. Sorry, I had to do it that way. This is where we started that got us into Namibia. Now we're going to head to South Africa. Cape Town, to be exact. Started kind of on the East Coast. Now we're going to the southwest tip of the continent of the dark continent, Africa. Safe. Let me just look. Cool. Cool. No, we're not going to worry about that. All right. So that is the game plan. And yes, we're not changing the time from where we're at right now, mainly because it's going to stay dark no matter what. So, all right, let's get going, shall we? Again, we're going from Namibia to Cape Town in South Africa. All right, let's get up here. Let me see. Oh, and we are going to do this by using Sim Toolkit. Okay, so let me bring Sim Toolkit up here. All right, and we're not using Sim Brief here. We're going to go up to Plan a Flight. Advanced Planner. Okay, so we're departing. FYWH. Okay. Headed to FACT. All right, so there are some real-world flights here. Hang on a second. Hold on, hold on. I know that's not the only one. Or is it? Huh. Okay. I don't know why we had so much trouble there. Call sign will be 328. Oh, and I forgot to fill in some data. Hopefully it'll pull it right. Nope, it did not. do it one more time. Pulled the A321 data. Still pulling it. Okay, bear with me a second here. I'm kind of irritated at it. 20, we'll go 30. And I think the rest of this we can leave. Not sure what that. Okay. So here's our route. Sorry it took me a couple minutes there because the aircraft used came up the A321. Irritating. I know there's two in there and I don't know why. It's an actual A320. Let's go ahead, fly now. And see 92 people. Okay, we'll deal with that. That's cool. All right. I want to check something down here. I want to view flight plans. Here we go. Oh, really? Oh. Oh, okay. So call sign at least is right. FBSK. Wow, look how far up. Why doesn't it just send us to Johannesburg? Wow. Wonder why it does that. That's going to be a lot of fuel not technically needed. Yeah. Okay, well, we'll go with it. All right, so let's get it fueling. So as you can see, we're looking at it this way. We're going to Cape Town. FBSK is our alternate way up here in Botswana. Again, why not some of these other ones much closer? Wow. 92 people, 21,900 pounds of fuel. Probably 22 is what I'll put on. And our payload, 17,000. Okay, and the flight route today looks like this. And yeah, that's our flight. Real quick, go over it again. I don't know if you can see it better on this one. Cost index 30, 36,000, and 26 out of here, 19 into there. Wow, still can't get over that alternate. Weather here, 314, 35 on the gust. We have a thunderstorm. This is kind of what we had en route. Let's see, down in Cape Town, clear visibility, okay. Pretty much a good day, and there is a ATC up, arriving 19, departing 19, star suspended. Aircraft to route to CTV after getting ERDAS or ASPEC. Okay. Which ones? Getting? Nope. ERDAS? Nope. Or ASPEC? Okay, well, it doesn't look that way. And I'll show you here in a second. Transition level 19 or 9,000. Winds are 240 at 11. Variable. Temperature 17. Dew point. No significant. Confirm. ATIS Bravo. Now that is as we depart. They currently are up to approach tower and ATIS. All right. And with that, let's pull Sim Toolkit out of here. Drop. First off, I'm going to go up, put us on external power. And kill the bleed. Kill the APU. Be right back. All right, sorry about that. Had to close my door. All right. APU should have wound down or in the process thereof. All right, let's go here. Next. Okay, we said 21,800. That'll do. Request it. All right, there's a quick look outside. What's going on? Fuel's in, luggage loader's in, and air stairs. A lot of fuel to put on, so it's going to take a little bit before we turn that APU back on, which is good. Let's get up here, turn the fuel pumps off. APU is off. All right, so let's go through some quick checks. All right, and while the aircraft's on external power, hang on. All right. All right, going through here, what we can do while we, we'll go ahead. Nav. All right. There's a reason I'm holding off from bidding the flight now. I know you all do not know that. But the reason being, as soon as I bid it, it's going to load it. I want to make sure the plane's ready to go. And if we don't, and we forget, you know, nothing's hurt. Okay, we're in a line. Okay, strobes are auto, nav 2, rest of the lights are out. Seatbelts will remain off for a few more minutes. On auto, emergency lights, nav is auto, and we'll be on normal pack flow here. So go ahead, push up, push up. All right, let's come down here and get our initial in. I already know there's no charts. So init, request. All right, and since we don't have any spot numbers or anything, we'll just go to align, wins, requested, and return. Okay. Perfect. Okay, weight and balance. Okay, 134. Let me look at sim brief. 134. We're looking for what? What the heck? Oh, dang it. I didn't set passengers. I'm like, how are we running that heavy? That's a lot of weight that just came off the zero fuel weight. All right, back over here. Now we'll reset the current. Oh, now those numbers look so much better. Still high. I don't think I'm gonna be able to fix that. Oh, I know why. Hang on. Oh, now we have 122 people. I had to redo it. I forgot about that. Okay, so 122, 124, 180. Again, someone keeps bringing on their big dogs. I don't know why. Oh, we get some more fuel too. All right, there we go. All right, so now we're set up. Current flight. Whoa. Decimal 1, diagonal 28.1. Okay, we're looking at 23. Okay. All looking good. All right, go to F plan. Here we go. All right, let's see. Oh, refueling completed. All right, 22,980 in the tanks. We'll come up here and fire up the EPU. While we wait, let me do something in the background. All right, and I'm just checking real quick. All right, we're up and running ACARS wise. Flaps open, let's start it. Sorry about that. Did a couple things to get us up and going. We should be on VATSIM. Connect SW328. A320 connecting, and there we go. All right, so we're available. Okay, and let's see. Nav, seatbelts, no smoking, landing, elevation, pack flow will be up and running here. Let's see where we are. Looks like we just became available. Leads on. Unlock up, unlock, off, off, and standby. Cool. All right, now we're back to where we were. All right, to the flight. Charts. Okay, real quick here, let's go through this. Okay, we've actually aligned too. All right, stand by. Let me go up here. Okay, we are going to depart runway 26. We are going to fly the UVORI 1 Bravo. So basically coming off, headed to, I think it's UVORI, hang on. Yeah, UVORI. Otherwise EGMAS. Okay, so UVORI, none, insert, map. All right, now you should get a pretty good look as we step through. And what we're looking for up there are discontinuities. There should be one coming in a minute. There it is. Okay, ERDAS, 1 Bravo. Now they're saying something about, hang on, let me pull up the ATIS here. VATSIM. Okay, STARS suspended aircraft to route 2 CTV after getting ERDAS. Oh. Well, that's what we're doing anyway. Okay, am I missing something on their star? Because we're coming in ERDAS direct pretty much to land 19. I don't get it. Unless they're going to vector us, I don't know. All right, well, we'll just plan it and see what happens. ILS, let's take a look at the ILSs. All right, for 19, we have an RNAV, Zulu, and ILS. I have no idea. Okay. Let's go with the ILS to final. So here we'll fly out, come around, and land. Okay. I really don't know what they're trying to do there. I'm confused. But when I'm confused, it's always best to go with the ILS. ERDAS 1 Bravo. And Novia for now. All right, so ERDAS. Okay, let's get back here. ERDAS CTV 30. CTV, it may not have it that way. Okay, here's a discontinuity. And this will take us 010 for vectors for the ILS. And guess what? We're going to leave it because I really don't know what they have planned for us. CI, FI, cool. and runway, then out. Where the heck do we go on missed approach? Oh, duh. Seriously, we hold at Cape Town? Hold at Cape Town. Okay. And here's the long run to our alternate. Okay. All right, everything looks good. And that, folks, gets our route in there. Basically, what you're doing, what I was doing, is get those discontinuities as best as you can out, because if you don't, they run you into huge problems when you get into areas with controllers, and then they go, why are you turning that way when I said go this way? And it's usually because you didn't set that up properly. All right, let's go to RadNav. Everything looks good there. Performance. All right, here's the fun one. Take off to the Great White North. An oldie but goodie for those that know it. By the way, we're going to check in here with Black Box's website. But you know what? I just got word he is retiring from flying. Congratulations, sir. 30 years. Wow. Congrats, sir, and I wish you the best in retirement. I hope you're not retiring from the flight sim world as well, although I could understand why. All right, let's check it out here. FDMS, what? Oh, wait, reset. There we go. I'm like, what the? Okay, weather here, 300, 332 at 18, 26 is our runway, 3014. How about 3018 translated? I'm going to go, you know what, let's just go wet. And 20.4, let's give it a try. We got 15,000 feet of runway computing. Looks good to me to flex. All right, so let's turn our attention over here now to the FMC. I want you to click uplink. Make any changes. What did we say? 1022. Now, I'm not putting a slash in. I'll explain in a second, as soon as I get through the burps. Okay, there we go. Okay, green, we can't change. Blue, we can. 332 diagonal 18. Click on it. We're gonna go wet and flaps 1. Actually, we're not gonna worry about anything else. Just click takeoff data. In the real world, basically, as I understand things, now let's not take that too far. I'm not a real world airline pilot. Just play one on Twitch. So takeoff clearance, good. Received. These are the numbers if we go toga. Toga is max power takeoff. Flex is we're flexing the power, meaning we're setting a temperature for the engines and they're going to adjust up or down to save some fuel. Now click flex. All right, 140 or flex 49 and 49, 145, 145, 147. Let's insert those numbers. Again, I'm going to set 140. we're set to go now, folks. One last thing I'm going to do, since Black Box does have information for Cape Town. We're departing or landing. Wait a minute. We're not in Cape Town. Disregard. Oh, I fooled myself. I'll be really shocked if he does for where we are. Like I said, I'd be really shocked, and he does not. So we'll go with what's there. All right. So, all right. So let's get this thing ready to rock and roll. Okay, and they'll slowly close up there. All right, they're away. I'm going to go ahead and close the back door as well. All right, we'll finish up here in the front. All right, LS, we'll go ahead, reset constraints. LS constraints, good. Cross, and let's look at our departure. We don't have ATC and we don't have an initial. We're going to go to 34,000 again. Okay, brake fan can be turned off, auto brakes are off, anti-skids on, gear down, 3 green, switching levers, 12 o'clock high. All right, I think we're ready to go. Transponder is set at 2,000, and folks, you ready to fly? Because I am. Fly like an eagle. One last look outside. All right, they're done and back. They're closing up. All right, doors closed. Let's get our stuff started. Transponder ready. We're on. Okay, why did... Oh, I know why that happened. Duh. Hopefully I didn't kill... Uh-oh. Oh, good. We didn't lose that. Oh, not good. All right, I think we've recovered from my gaffe. Okay, hang on a second. All right, I think we're in good shape. Let me check down here. Got to be careful what I'm doing. All right, I think we're good now. Geez, I hate when I do that. All right, let's push this thing back. What do you say? Wait a minute. You know what? Let's pull forward. Okay, chocks away. Okay, now we're fully ready. This could be a fun flight, folks. Oh, I hate when I say that. All right, we got a light off at least on number 1 or number 2. All right, again, we are headed from Namibia to South Africa, Cape Town to be exact. Compliments of Jar Jar Binks. Thank you so much, sir or ma'am. All right, we're available. Get number 2 or number 1 rolling. Okay, the aircraft is now on internal power available. All right, so we'll head up top. Lead. Lights are off, lights are off. So, yep, we are indeed on internal. Okay, and she didn't go dark. Okay, ground spoilers to arm. Flaps to 1. We're showing trim to be up 0.7. Ooh, wrong one. Okay, everything's looking good on the flight controls, centering well. Okay, and then we'll just check them all kind of quickly here. All right, we're ready to go. Turn that off. Okay, let's just, for fun, click arm doors. Okay, we're armed and ready to go. All right, we need the auto brake. And just running through auto brake terrain will come on in a minute. Here we go. All right, so let's get on down here to the end of 26. We have 15,000 feet of runway roughly to work with. Welcome aboard, everyone. We're on flight 2. If you're on Twitch, you enjoyed a flight from Eswatini, Africa. It's part of South Africa, but it is probably its own little entity. Now to Namibia. Now we're in Namibia, getting ready to go down to Cape Town per Jar Jar Binks. And I'm trying to figure a little something out here. Looks like this taxiway continues on. Oh, that's the runway. Disregard. Okay. I thought we were going to go to the end. We're not. Whoa. That was me, folks. Yeah, no, we're crossing 3416. Currently in Cape Town, they have a pretty good load of controllers. We'll see when we get there how that shapes up. My luck, we're flying. Man, why is it acting squirrely? All right, now we're gonna back taxi. On down, spin around, and get ready to go. All right, we're set to go. Hosea, hang on. I gotta do a couple things here with the radios once we get lined up. Hosea Kutako International here in Namibia, South African 324, back taxiing 26 for departure. Okay, everything's good, and we got it still on. Yep, ignition. All right, we're about ready to turn and go. All right, auto brake set, flaps set, spoiler set. We'll just spin around on this, make sure everything's good. Hosea, Kutako International here in Namibia. South African 324 departing 26. $60. V1. Rotating. Gear up. We're on our way to Cape Town. All right, if you'd like to join me on Discord chat, I am in Discord with voice up. We will not be running the stream today. I believe on Discord might have been the problem one of the couple of problems we had a couple of days ago with performance-wise of one application. Flaps are coming up, spoilers coming off on the arm. Here we go into the turn. But you're more than welcome to join me. I'd love to meet and greet y'all. But yeah, we're en route to Cape Town. Currently showing 2 hours. Let's give it a little bit to get airborne and see what we're doing. Oops. Get the departure on Elevatex, but Okay, flaps are up. We're in climb, and we'll be getting into the clouds here shortly. The airport in the distance. Again, you're watching the Toliss A320 conventional engine option, otherwise known as CEO, as we climb for 34,000. All right, I'm going to go ahead, turn off the lights. All right, we had an en route restriction, 1412 to 14,000 at Koei. We just made that, and at 250. So now that we're 10,000 feet AGL, we're back into the climb en route UVORI, and then on to Cape Town. Okay, we're on our way. We've got the aircraft set up for night flight, and you're about to see why I don't like flying at night with it. As soon as I get my terrain on. Not a whole lot you can see. Okay. But I mean, we're still not real time. We're about an hour or two turned off. But hey, we're airborne 280. We're doing a pretty good climb, and we'll be up to altitude here shortly. Welcome aboard from Hosea Kutako International in Namibia off to Cape Town. All right, bear with me. I'm just looking around on VATSIM radar. Yeah, there's storms definitely to our east, but they're not showing up. Both on, let me check NavGraph. That's one place I haven't yet. Nope, not showing up there either. So we'll just continue on as filed. And we'll see what we get when we get down there. I'll be right back. Need to use the restroom. All right, folks, we're back. Hope y'all are having a great Friday. Weekend is upon us. Hey, we got rain up ahead of us at about our 1 to 2 o'clock. Let's see. Oop, wrong one. There we go. Nothing but stars. And some off to our 10, 11 o'clock-ish. Cool. Welcome aboard as we're getting through 32,000 feet. Looks like we have a pretty good crowd on hand. I appreciate y'all taking some time on your busy Fridays. And I hope your weekends are just as great. This is a holiday kind of sort of weekend for the U.S. as we celebrate Chris Columbus. Although some are, of course, outraged over it. They got to find something to be outraged over. So, we're showing about an hour and 20 minutes to get there. And love to chat with you in Discord or right in chat as it is. So you all, I hope, sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, your favorite drink of choice, as we continue on southbound in the dark. What's up? It's somebody here, and it's the OG.
What's going on?
Another day. Hope you're got a good weekend planned.
You mean the cold weekend?
Cold? Boy, this beautiful weather here in St. Louis. We're 70. Just took our temperature away from me. Hang on. Oh no, that means we have no temperature. Oh my God, it must have dropped. Where did? Oh, that's because I'm on that. That's why. That was stupid, Captain. Hang on, let me get back up here.
It says it's 86, but I mean, it feels like it's like 40 degrees in here.
Jeez. Yeah, we're mid 70s. And windows wide open. Captain Bombasso.
Did the 777 update?
For flight factor? Probably. Yeah. They update it about every other minute.
So your weather radar's working?
Yes, it is. FACT. Cool. There we go. Just making sure everything's working right. So Captain Bombasso is headed to work. Appreciate the lurk. Appreciate you hanging out with us. I hope we made it enjoyable. Matter of fact, make it a little enjoyable for our virtual peoples.
Where are you at in the world right now?
The Dark Continent. Africa.
Africa?
South Africa. Actually Namibia right now, but headed for Cape Town. All the way almost on the southern tip. Whole bunch of people just left Cape Town, about halfway to Johannesburg. All right, what is this airplane? Ooh, someone's flying a 737-300. I think after this, according to VATSIM radar, Where am I? We may get some more returns, but once we cross into South Africa, it pretty well dries up. But we are having a blast with the new CO out of Toliss. Be neat to see what's coming next. 380. Possible. 350. Possible. 340. I know they got a 340-600, but could they potentially put a 3 or 4 or 500 out there? Inquiring minds want to know. You know, the one that would be good for an A300? Toliss.
I like to see a SAP 340.
A SAB 340, wrong company. But that could be interesting. I mean, was it just who did the Avro 146 for X-Plane? The one you want me to get? The little 4-engine regional jet?
Huh?
You're gonna make me look.
Sure that was...
I thought it was you. X-Plane. Uh-oh. Ooh. Sorry about that. I am really not dying. Ooh, what's new in the world of X-Plane is a big picture of a 707-300. I gotta jump in here and find out what's going on with that. Ooh, Nimbus is making it. Ooh, they're going to have a crew on this one. They're not going to be like Fearless and say, you're on your own. Which is cool. I actually like it. Yeah, they're working on a 707. Hang on, somebody needs to hear about this. All right, he might enjoy that. All right, let's get to what I was trying to ask about. Work store, you said a Saab?
Yeah, the 340.
Dang it. Who?
It's a prop plane.
Who made that?
I remember flying in real life. Well, I didn't actually fly in real life.
I think you did. That's why they're no longer around. You crashed it too much.
I mean, I actually rode on it.
Well, it's definitely not available here. Let's find. Is there turboprops or just nope? All right, let's go to the BAE 146 Professional for X-Plane 12.
Is that the 1900?
No, This is the 4-engine regional jet. I used to see them here all the time with Airlink and Masaba. All right. Don't know who the heck. Saab Fairchild. Okay. Trying to think who might even think of that. No. I'd say Fly J Sims, but they're pretty tied up with everything else but X-Plane 12. I don't know who would be a good one for that. All right. So we're headed to, oh yeah, we got that right. Okay. Thought I didn't change that one. Right, we got more storms showing up on the radar. Ooh, we're getting into a little turbulence too. And we are on weather T. All right. Although with Toliss, I don't know how turbulence would show up. That's one way, a lot of lightning. Let's see, after Kabat, what do we have ahead of us? A little bit more rain and then we're out of it all. All right, just rechecking ATIS. Right now, we're planning in Cape Town the ILS to 19 unless told otherwise. Although, I don't think there's anyone who could tell us otherwise. All there is ground. They technically shouldn't have that in the ATIS unless approach is planning to come back. And there's about a half dozen to dozen going to Johannesburg. Oh, spaceman, you cracked me up. Actually, there is an airplane out by Nimbus. What the heck was it? the heck was it that Nimbus released airplane-wise? Oh, I think you have it there, OG. The Islander.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting if they bring out that aircraft. And by the way, so doesn't seem cryptic here. Nimbus is working on a 707. So hopefully they put out a good product. All right, let me check just to make sure I didn't miss any step climbs. Nope. Okay. All right, let's do a system check here for those maybe not familiar. All right, basically what you're doing on a system check here, something that really, you do it in Boeing by just looking at all your switches and all, because you don't have displays like this. That's one thing I have noticed about Boeing. Now the 777 may have some, but it's pretty hard to do what you can in the Airbus, and that is you click all and you can check each of your systems. There's your engines, bleed air, and it shows you the tracks. Now if you're the real Airbus driver, you know exactly what you're looking for. Me, as long as it's green, I'm fine. Hydraulics, now this I get a little bit more, I know a little bit more about, just from emergencies we've had at the airport I used to work at, and so I know a tad bit more than any of the other systems. Okay, we're pushing 71 in the cabin, 68 in the cockpit. The big thing here is the oxygen. That is cockpit only, like it's, well, it says cockpit oxygen. It is not what's in the cabin. Those are oxygen generators. There, and here's where hydraulics page meets where I learned. And doesn't mean much to firefighting, because we're going to deal with whatever comes onto the runway in whatever fashion it would come onto the runway. So, and then we'll get a status, normal, good, and then a quick overview page. But for the most part, 737 guys, you don't really have that page. Good, bad, I don't know. I'm not a commercial airline pilot. I think it'd be good to have, but it's not there. Unless it's there in some other form. Also, like I said, I think the 777 and the 787s have it. Maybe the 747-400 or the -8. But again, to me, it seems like a good page, but could be just wasted. Who knows? So I don't know. And that's it. And they usually do it about every 30 minutes to an hour. This flight will get at least one or two. And I think top of descent, they also do it just because now it's mind shifting from the cruise into descent. So. We got 36? Oh, jeez. Are you kidding me? I got 34. How did we get 36 over here? I'm going to take, you know what? Let's do one more check. We did get 36. How'd we miss that? Huh. We'll take it. It looks like we're right in the middle of one. Yep. Coming out. And then I think we're, oh, we got another one way down there. Really wish this could get bigger. Oh, well. Be really nice if it did. It doesn't look like we're going to top out of this. And we don't show it on radar. Do we show it on NavGraph? Nope. All right, that's okay. Are we going to go into cruise now, or are we going to stay and climb?
I thought you were already like at 35,000 feet.
I was at 34, but for some reason, it put me in at 36 instead of 34. Now, I had to redo the flight plan once, so I wonder if that had something to do with it. But I've double checked, and I don't know. Oh well, we'll work with it. All right, why didn't we go to cruise? Let's find out. We are in cruise here. I bet there's a setting I gotta set. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so hopefully that's just a setting in there I need to get set so it'll switch to cruise, or just not worry about it like I'm doing right now. We are currently, are we even close to the halfway point? I think we're already past it. All right, because top of descent is about 300 miles away. So we should be clearing all of this nastiness out here. I mean, it hasn't shown up on the radar. Is that off our... Is that off our... hang on a second.
Man, I should be playing Battlefield 6 right now.
Uh-oh, well, why aren't you?
Saying the... Man, I can't even say this with a straight face.
I mean, I won't be playing it, I'll tell you that much.
I was going to say the same way. I'm not streaming or on VATSIM.
You need to get your butt on DCS.
I got more other things to worry about.
Then you can go blow things up. If you like Battlefields kind of simulations, you'd like DCS. Spaceman would love to teach you how to fly.
Oh, I would love to learn the Tomcat, man.
Tomcat, P-51, F4U, F4, a lot of aircraft. I mean, I'd go back, but I'm just, like I said, those blue screens just drained me so bad that I really just don't like that kind of world anymore.
I think they fixed those.
Oh, I'm sure they did. If they didn't, shame on them in 10 or 15 years.
Everything deserves a second chance, Mike.
Right now, after what we went through to Detroit a couple days ago, I think I'm gonna leave my system as is. I gotta figure out how to get rid of some files on here so I can get more comfortability room in it.
That's easy. Just
I know.
delete the
Get a
System
bigger
32 folder.
Do what?
Don't do that.
Delete what folder?
System 32.
Why would I delete that folder?
Exactly.
So why would you suggest
Just
that?
fix it.
I just don't know where all the where it takes all these files. What's clogging it up from a terabyte down to 300 gigabytes?
Oh wow. Yeah, I couldn't tell you that.
So, without having to buy a new set of hard drives.
Yeah, I did that. I'm kind of glad I did.
I mean, that'll clean it out.
Outdated.
My guess it's the temporary folders or temporary files that come out of updates that don't completely delete out.
If that's the case, make sure you don't get rid of the one that's got Windows on SSD, or if it's on an SSD.
So, what I'm thinking about doing, and once we have money, talk to the guy that made it and tell him what it's doing, and he might be able to do something or point me how to do what I need to do without having to buy a new computer.
You mean you don't want another VCR in your life?
No. I have another one that ran out of memory, and from what my wife says, We still have it. Same problem. It just, I mean, it literally would not start because it was out of memory. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know if that was the computer, and it very well could have been that was blue screening DCS. Now, I know some of the problem with that setup, but that was my own doggone fault with the help from someone else. But I executed, and ultimately failed.
Yeah, I've never seen him playing DCS.
Who? Spaceman?
Yeah.
Go to his YouTube channel.
But I've never seen him streaming it.
He was earlier today.
Oh, was he?
Uh-huh. That's why I hit him with that link on the 707.
All the ones that I've seen stream so far are like these, I don't know, like if they're, I don't know. They seem like they're like strategy games of some sort.
Well, he streams DCS with the CV-20 Squadron, CVW, CWV, I forget how it goes. He calls upon us in Pan Am and TWA to haul stuff from time to time. Granted, over here, not on there. But I'll be honest, I don't know if that computer took some big hits from DCS way back when that caused it to run out of memory. Could be. Don't know. That's all speculation on my part. And another person I know, it took out a hard drive on his. That wasn't too long ago. So, really kind of cautious with that one. All right, let's take a look here. We are now, oh, I'm on the wrong page. 238 miles, top of descent.
Did you ever update Avitab?
No. Dang it. Is that a GitHub thing, or is that something at X-Plane?
You might be able to find it on the ORG site, on the hub.
VR compatible PDF. You know, if you, here, I'll send you the link. You'll get a laugh out of it. We were talking about this, I think, the last time, or not too far in the past. Check the screenshots that come with that. Especially the fourth one over. That would be fun to see, that number.
I was like, what the hell? Is that like 230 frames per second?
Yeah.
How, what version was that even in?
That is
11?
Requires X-Plane 11.2, which I have. Tested and compatible with X-Plane 12.
Oh, this one says 1,000 frames per second. Yeah, the third one over does. Holy crap.
Oh, I didn't even, yeah, I noticed that now. Hey, I doubt they are getting that on their sims.
A lot of these say 1,000 on them.
I forget where it told me what mine was.
Well, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah, really. But yeah, I've tried tying NavGraph into this. It isn't working. It's like 1.4 or 1. I think this one's like 1.7 something. .7. I have 0.4, I believe. Oh, I know how I found it. No. I found it somehow. Oh, right up at the top, 0.46.
Version I'm on.
So, I think you're pretty close to that one, if I remember right when I saw yours. But yeah, it just won't let me bring NavGraph over. Every time I try, it says, it looks like it's going to work, but it never does.
Did you like make sure you're totally out of X-plane first before doing it?
How would I do it otherwise?
I don't know.
Can you run it outside of X-plane?
What do you mean?
I mean, if you have X-plane turned off, you can, if you're not in X-plane, you shut it down. How can you turn AvTab on?
No, I meant like before you installed it into the folder. Like,
Oh, I
make sure
don't
you're
install anything with the sim running.
okay.
I learned that, I forget by who. I watch people do that all the time, and I'm like, this guy is not doing that, even though it may be perfectly fine. Don't get me wrong. I just don't take that chance. All right, so let's see here. We are 190 miles out and showing about 30 to 40 minutes out of Cape Town on the overlay. So let's see what's going on in. They're still up and I guess waiting for me. Got one going for Zurich here in a minute. Another to Dubai. One over to Johannesburg. And one playing locally. Okay. And somebody just took off there in an A350 for Atlanta. Get up in the morning, probably see him still in the air. I did turn the wing lights off. Why does it look like they're still on? Interesting.
I mean, there's got to be an update recently, like sometime in 2025 for the Aviation. There's got to.
I'd probably have to go to GitHub.
Well, they got one in the site. They got a page.
Man, we're doing 500 over the ground. Wow. Got a 60-knot tailwind. Nice.
How can you tell what the current version is?
Of Avatab?
Yeah.
Hang on, I'll show you. Doink. Look up top.
046. Is
That's
that the
mine.
current version?
That's what I have.
No, I meant like the actual current version of it.
Oh, that? I don't know. In my eyes, it would be that 0.7 whatever. Let me just check. All right, here's the GitHub. I'm trying to see on the GitHub page if they'll tell us. Usually they do. 0.7.1 is the latest.
071.
071, which is wherever I found it here. Yes, what's new in version 071? Yeah, it's right. So that's what you got right there on X-Plane.
So I go to download. Apparently you can download it.
Should, yeah, if it says download at X-Plane, you should be able to. All right, we show about 27 minutes out. We'll still call it a good 30, 35 minutes to the ground. Hope you enjoyed this impromptu second flight from Jar Jar Binks. first time chat about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. Thank you so much. Hey, if you're new to the channel, you like what you see in here, hey, we'd love to have you follow along. Our next scheduled flight for sure is Monday, barring I don't know of anything coming up, and we might be able to squeeze something out Sunday. That's a big might. Not certain what's going on. So, but yeah, give us a follow if you're liking what you hear. We'd sure appreciate you joining the family. So today we are, Jar Jar Binks suggested going to Cape Town. So we took off from where we ended at Namibia, headed down to Cape Town. As far south pretty much as you can go in South Africa. And I'll just say, with an airplane like this, for all I know, there are airports south of it that I don't know.
You just say Jar Jar Binks?
That is who did it. Yes, sir.
The dude from Star Wars?
Exactly. Isn't that amazing? I told him my Millennium Falcon's out of service, but we'll give it a try. I had ideas of a different location, but I'll take this one. This is cool.
I always thought that that character was a Sith Lord. No, I mean, seriously, he was always good with lightsabers.
Yeah, that is good candy.
And, like, he could do that mind thing like all the rest of them can.
Why would you think a Sith instead of a Jedi?
I don't know. He always came off to me as like one of those that like good guys, really bad guy. You know what I mean? Like.
I get you. I only saw him really paid attention to Star Wars in that. Was it the first one or the second one? I'm talking in the way the books were put out, 1, 2, 3, then the first, anyway, it's so confusing.
Yeah, I don't know the order anymore.
So I'll stick with Star Trek, even though they're now in a totally separate universe. Oh,
I'll stick with Spaceballs.
I'll just stay away completely from the genre.
Can't wait till that new movie is released.
Which one's that?
Oh, this new Spaceballs movie.
Oh gosh, really?
Yeah, why not, man?
Oh. One was too much.
Yeah, I heard John Candy's son's going to play Biff, or not Biff.
I'll pass.
And Rick Moranis is going to be in it.
Like I said, I'll pass. That was just way too much for me.
I mean, I doubt they'll be able to get all the way with the stuff that they did back then now with the movie.
Oh yeah, they will.
You think so? Oh
gosh, yeah. They were held down by censorship. You haven't been to the movies lately, have you? They can get away with just about making a XXX movie PG now.
Are you serious?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, the last movie that I went to was like the new Top Gun movie when it came out.
Yeah, Maverick. That was just a remake of the old one with minor changes.
Yeah.
No, don't get me wrong, still good, but if you watch Top Gun, you know Maverick now. It's almost identical. Just different airplanes, different people.
I mean, I don't even think in the first Top Gun the wings were back in the Tomcat at all in the movie.
To what? What about the Tomcat?
The first Top Gun movie,
Yeah.
like I don't think the wings were like back at all in the movie.
Oh, yeah, they were.
They were, because when I was looking at it,
It all
all the
depends what
replays,
mode they go in. You know, sometimes in combat, they're not going to be swept back, but they can be.
well, that's when
We
they
need
go faster.
spaceman here.
That's when they go faster, though, is with those wings back.
Yeah.
That's the Tomcat.
Believe me, they had them swept in a couple scenes. The opening, matter of fact, had them.
I have to go back and watch it again.
Yeah, you just got to watch the first, what, 5 minutes? The takeoff of Mav. I think 3 different shots. You have him out, midway, and fully back as he makes that climb to get to help those guys out. Or maybe it was at the end when he's doing it to get up to Iceman. Whatever. Oh, yeah, they had him swept.
I mean, maybe a couple of things, but not as many as they should have.
I don't know enough about the Tomcat's performance to know, because a lot of that is, I mean, yes, they can override it. I don't know if you know that. They can override the wing sweep. So, and just like the B-1 that sweeps at certain speeds, but they can also pull them out. All right, I got top of descent ahead of us. Let's get that information in here. All right, landing, reset. Let me get the METAR up here. All right, so we're showing 1900Z. Of course not. 230 at 10. Temperature there 17. I think that might be right. Nope, 2988. Don't need the anti-ice. We're on a 10,000 foot runway. 2988.
I want to know what kind of computer this guy was using when he did these habitat things.
They made, I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know. Could be a Cray supercomputer. You never know. Oh, I better get that chart up. Hang on a second. Parking stands, in case they tell me what parking stand to go to. All right, looking here. I don't know. Charlie. Maybe. I hope we can make Echo. No, we'll make Charlie, hopefully. 5,000. That's little. Yeah, we'll go with setup here. All right, so you can see what we're doing. Winds. So let's go to next phase. Next phase. QNH. I think it was 1012. Winds are 2, trees 0, diagonal 10, 17 for the temp. Transition, want to say 9,000. Yep, 9,000. And for the ILS, 200. All right, we're ready and set for the arrival. Let's see if anyone's come up. Nope, still just ground. All right. But yeah, the Tomcat's a neat airplane. It's a shame it's no longer, but there's a lot of reasons the Navy got rid of it. The big one, of course, being parts could be pilfered to countries that embargoes are in place.
It's not still flying in Iran.
Huh?
It's still not. I thought there was a couple of them that were still operating in Iran.
There could be, but parts is what they were worried about. So that's why one reason they got rid of it. Second one being it's less equipment that has to be on the deck of a carrier. So now I don't know about the E2, what it requires to fire up. I don't remember. When we had them at my old airport, they always kept one on, or they fired one up and used it as an APU. So, but it was mainly to try to get the equipment away. The F-18 does not need AGE equipment unless the start unit on it isn't working. Which is a plus. If you're getting ready to be attacked, you can get them airborne quicker, you know. In my opinion, I'm not a naval strategist or pilot. Know a couple Navy pilots. But anyway, but yeah, if you want to fly the Tomcat, that's the place to go. I've suggested to Spaceman, and I told him I'm not coming to DCS. But he ought to start like a training wing to then lead to his wing. Because the T-45 is, if I remember right, in DCS. And that's a good airplane to learn how to use DCS and then go up to your next level, like the real pilots do. You don't have to fly all those hours the real pilots do, but it might help. Especially with your carrier landings and stuff like that.
Yeah, it'd be hard flying a Tomcat with a yoke.
Yeah, probably. I mean, there's HOTASs out there, but that's a lot of money. All right, we are just about top of descent. Yeah, we're within, let's see, is there any restraints we have? No altitude restraints, so we're coming down to 3,000. You know what? Let's come down to 5. Descent started. Here we go. Starting into Cape Town, South Africa. And I think there's another aircraft you could use to help get the basics down, then go to the T-45, then the F-14 and 18. If you want to stay modern, you can always go to the other ones. All right, descent. Okay, top of descent winds. Let's do that again. Okay. All right, if we need it, speed brake to half or more. Is it 109.10? No. Oh, wait. Yes, 109.10. Okay. Ah, yeah, I forgot about these to turn the autopilot stuff down. Dang it. Oh, for a second, I thought that was lightning off to my 11 o'clock. That's a road. All right, we are descending. I'll be right back. All right, folks. Okay, we are descending at a pretty good rate. That green ball you see on the speed tape, the goal is actually to be between the yellow lines. That's when you're on profile, and it's getting there. Let me just do a quick look here. Two aircraft trying to get out of Cape Town right now. And little old me trying to get in. But again, hope you all enjoy. Thank you, Jar Jar Binks, for the suggested route to Cape Town. And we're about 10 minutes out. All right, let's see if we can do a little better speed-wise speed management into here that we did not do into Namibia. All right, 132. But yeah, you ought to be talking to Spaceman about any DCS thoughts you have. You're part of Pan Am Virtual, aren't you? Oh, I think he dropped off. Oh, he's still there, just away for the moment. All right, we're about to turn at CV or CSV. According to this, we're supposed to go direct, but we are going to go per the star, even though it says not to, which ground shouldn't technically be sane. I know they just picked up the ATIS from the approach and tower folks, and we'll just fly the ILS right on in. Even though I was heavily tempted on that RNAV. But at night, I'd rather do the instrument landing. All right, CVS, or CSV, my bad, CSV, we are, whoa. Oh, we may have traffic coming in, okay. Still nothing, ERDAS, distance 30, 250 on the speed. Do we have one coming at us? No. Interesting. All right, we are on descent profile for 5,000 feet. Headed for Cape Town, I believe, is all that lighting in the way in the background. Oh, I think approach came up. 119.7 in case they have. the heck is going on? Oh, that's why. Yeah, Cape Town approach, South African 328 with you, about to cross ERDAS.
Okay, Springbok 328, I see you now. Hello. Recycle, correction, that's 15513.
5513's in the box for South African 328 with Tango.
South African 328, Cape Town. Hello, landing 19er, ATC information will now be Alpha. Cleared for the ERDAS 1 Bravo arrival. Descent flight level 120.
All right, continuing to flight level 120, ERDAS 1 Bravo arrival. South African 328, planning 19.
First of all, Skyflyer 801 with ATC Tango clearance. Looking to figure fire for clearance. Last option for clearance, call sign only. So Skyflyer 801. Okay, Skyflyer 801, Cape Town, hello, information Alpha with no currents. You're cleared to destination, flight level 320 on request. After departure, runway 19, comply with the IMSOM 1 Bravo departure. Frequency is 119, departure frequency 119.7, so with me, squawk 4762. Okay, we'll pick up ATC Alpha. We're cleared by flight level 320.
And I need to learn how to paint some planes.
1 Bravo departure. Departures with you and squawk 4762 for Skyflyer 801. Skyflyer 801, read back correct. Remark 328, descent to flight level 90, cancel start and right select 275.
Okay, South African 328 canceling to star, turning 275 down to 8,000.
Africana 2563, pop passing altitude. 4,500, climbing 9,000. Africa, correction, yeah, Africana 256, identified in radar control, climb flight level 150. Proceed, correction, clear direct Teta. Climb level 1, new direct up to the pre-estimate. Remark 328, continue to descend to 7,000 feet, Cape and QNH 1012. And all stations, Cape Town information, Alpha is now current, QNH 1012, Cape Town.
Why is it still showing?
Remark 328, continue to descend to 7,000 feet, correction. Cape Town QNH is 1012.
Yeah, was that for South African 328?
Yeah, your call sign should be Springbok 328.
Oh, you're right. My bad. I don't fly under it a lot. Springbok 328 down to 7,000 with the QNH of 1012.
Correct, thank you. Africana 256, though, further ATC available. Broadcast 122, that's late. Bye bye. And approach Skyflyer 801, stand Bravo 178340, push and start. Skyflyer 801, thanks, push and start is approved. Base North, KNH 1012.
Which one should I use? What? Like for Photoshop.
For
Think I
painting?
should yeah. You think I should use like GIMP or something?
You could, but Photoshop works too. I may be a little distant here as we're trying to get on. Springbok 328 down to 3,000.
I have a little bit more experience with GIMP.
I have none, so I can't help you. Okay, double check. KSI, cool.
Is this like your first night flight on stream?
No, I've been on a few.
I don't remember seeing you on any night flights.
Well, there's a KC-46 flight. Not too long ago.
Springbok 328, turn left heading 220, clear AirDAS, runway 19, report established.
We are established localizer for Springbok 328.
Springbok 328, approach runway 19, arcade with instruments 230 degrees, 10 knots.
And Springbok 328 fully established for 19, cleared to land, Springbok 328.
Is that the airport right there to the right?
Should be. I'm going to double check here in a second.
Or is that into a 12?
Right at 12 o'clock. All right. Next phase. Oh.
2,500.
$130. Okay, so we'll slow up. Okay, fully established. 2,000 feet up. Guess what? Why not? I would have figured the wind would push us over a little more than it is. All right, folks, we're cleared to land. Let's get those spoilers armed real quick.
Flyer 801 taxi. Scout Flyer 801 taxi holding Alpha 2 runway 19. Via Alpha 1 cross runway 16. Holding point 19 via Alpha 1 cross 16. Scout Flyer 801.
Glide slow.
Okay, cleared to land 19. Uh-oh.
500. 400. 300.
100 above.
200.
Minimum.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Retard.
10.
5.
And approach Springbok 328's off at Charlie to the terminal.
Springbok 328, welcome to Cape Town, taxi via Charlie, correction via Bravo to the bay, good day.
Via Bravo to the terminal, Springbok 328.
Springbok 328, welcome, you can taxi via Bravo to the bay.
I'm sorry, to Bravo to the bay, Springbok 328.
Alright, welcome. Scout Flyer 801, runway 19 Alpha 2, wind 230 degrees 10 knots, cleared for takeoff. 19 Alpha 2, clear for takeoff, Scout Flyer 01.
I'm hoping I'm on Bravo. Oh yeah, Bravo 1. Yeah, we're there. All right, let's get those flaps up. Spoilers down.
And Skyflyer 801, report passing altitude. Skyflyer 801 is passing 1,200. Skyflyer 801, thanks and extended flights. On the radar control, climb flight double.
Oh, easy girl.
Climb 150, Skyflyer 801.
Okay, bear with me a second. A lot easier to just do it here. Okay. APUs available, so let's get on the bleed. And that noise means the flight has been sent.
And it's been denied.
All right, we are RON, remaining overnight here, as OG said. Weight and balance, how about we go here, throw some chocks under it. All right, welcome to Cape Town. Shajar, I hope you enjoyed that. All right, hang on. Nope. Flight. Perfect. All right, and the APU is winding down. Let's see what we got going on outside. The brigade of all of those airport trucks is coming. The main door just opened. Welcome into South Africa. As OG rightly said, I usually do not fly at night, mainly so y'all can see what's around us and the aircraft. But you know, it just made a lot of sense just to do it for this flight. Again, we just did a flight a couple days ago to Selfridge Air National Guard with the KC-46. That was a night flight, and that was one for the memory books, believe me. So, but anyway, welcome in. Let's take a look at this first. Let's get a perspective from Smart Cars 3. They got us at 328 feet a minute this time. All right, let's look at the other ones. If Elevatech will be pretty close to their numbers, I have no idea what Sim Toolkit said. We'll get to it in a second. Elevatech, we arrived gate A9. I don't know if that's where he wanted us, but that's where we ended up. Okay, let's get over here. All right, there's the flight from Namibia down to Cape Town. They did put us in at 318 and 120. So this time we ended up slightly slower, not slightly, slower than what we should have been, but not like before where we were speeding in. However, it looks like we landed 1,000, 1,500, about 2,200 feet again down the runway on the center line. So not going to get many complaints out of me on this one. And if I did complain, I don't think many of you would listen. Oh, and if you didn't catch it,
I will listen.
there it is. Alpha 9's where we're hiding out at. Came off at Charlie, back in on Bravo. Again, if you don't have the chart handy and you can pull this up, you can see your routing. And if they tell you a gate where you're headed, especially on events. So, kind of nice. Now to the official scorekeeper, Sim Toolkit. And the APU has wound itself down. While the peoples still get off the plane. Get off, get off, get off. 336 at 120. Overall, not bad. Oh, dagnabbit, I just shut Sim Toolkit down. Sorry, folks. Click the wrong X. Give it a second. My bad. It's been a long day of streaming, folks. We'll get into that here in just a minute. Okay, let's complete the flight. $336 we said. All right, there's the routing. Here comes the details. Like I said, pretty straightforward. We flew just under 700 miles at 2 hours and landed at 336 feet a minute. Really, all of it's working out pretty close together. All right, for here, we landed runway 19, 10,500 foot, 150 feet wide. I'm sorry, 150 feet above sea level, 200 feet wide. So very, very accommodating for us. 120 knots, like I said, a little slower. I think we were aiming for 125 to 128. So we're in the ballpark. Let's just be real. 2,150 feet down the runway. Oh, I've got to work on it. I was a foot off the center line. Really a good landing, in my opinion. 1.3 Gs, good landing. Chalk another flight in the box for Flying with Mike. Up, click the wrong button. There we go. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed that second flight. There will not be another flight. This kid's a little on the tired side. But I'm going to tell you, these two flights were fun. Even though we're not on the tour that we started on, the African Airbus tour. But we had a blast on this extra. Thank you, Jar Jar, for the suggestion. Hey, if you all have suggestions for a flight, head over to our Discord channel. And if you're not part of it right now, here comes an invite for you. Just click on there. You'll be in our Discord. If you're watching us on YouTube, there's a link for you on the Discord for you to get into our Discord channel. If you got a great, give me a pair or even just a destination or takeoff point. I can kind of work the rest, as well as if you want to throw an aircraft in there. We'll think about it or adjust and try and get as close as we can. So thanks, OG, for being there on Discord. We sure appreciate you. We had someone earlier, and I can't remember who it was. But we had someone earlier on Discord. So thank you all for being here. Thank you all who joined in for the flying. We sure appreciate it. We had a pretty good crowd today, like always. So thank you so much for coming aboard. Thank you, Duluth Fly, for the resub, 1 month. And thank you all for dropping in with us and taking some time out on your probably busy Friday nights. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you for sure Monday, but I hope to be able to put something in the air for Sunday. So stay tuned to our Discord channel. That's where you'll get updated. For now, y'all have a great day, great weekend. Hey, for us in the U.S., again, let me mention it is Columbus Day. So be safe for those of you that get Monday off. And we'll see you all for sure on Monday. God bless.